affording me this opportunity. My beloved pastor, Reverend Dr. Ricardo, and the leadership of this church, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I am the resurrection and the life. I'm no preacher, just a lover of the word. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Believest thou this? This declaration or revelation that came from the mouth of Jesus himself is the greatest, and I would dare to say the greatest of all that I am saying to the believer. It's a bold statement. This statement speaks clearly to the genesis of our relationship with Christ and our citizenship in heaven. The intensity of Jesus' passion was already snowballing due to the fact that his previous declarations started to infuriate or run the people off. What is this statement that I am talking about? The primary phrase that angered them to the point of murder was, I am. This declaration was not one that was foreign to Israel, but was one that resonated as far back as Moses encountered with the self-existent one, Jesus, the Christ himself. Jesus did not just identify himself as I am as revealed to Moses at the burning bush, but indicated clearly that his self-existence predates a man called Abraham, who is also known as the father of the faithful. This infuriated them to the point where they were ready to stone him. This I am declaration was met with such anger that they attempted to stone him to death. Despite the fact that the time of his passion was near, it was not yet to be, nor would it be in such a manner. Jesus escaped because his life, as his human life, his bios, there are two words for life in the Greek. You got the bios, which is the human life, and then you got the zoe, or the zoe we would say, which is the essence of life, which is the spiritual man, the spiritual life. His bios, his human life is in the hands of his Father. Remember, he said, I will give my angel charge over thee, lest thou shalt dash thy foot against the stone. He wasn't going to let anybody put his son to death before time. Remember, Jesus said, further back in John, he said, I did not, no man take my life, but I lay it down myself. And just as I have laid it down, I will raise it up again. That's what Jesus said. He said that time and time again to the Pharisees, to the Jews, and to his disciples. Jesus received word of Lazarus' condition as he was retreating into the town of Bethany. This is the place where John the Baptist used to baptize. Having just for the third time he had escaped. Jesus had just escaped for the third time from people attempting to take his life. This place was commonly known as the place of the ford, or what we would call a crossroad. And I think this was a significant place. Ain't not much happened in this place, you know. But it was significant because this was the place where he came into contact with John the Baptist, and the Father sent the Spirit down upon him and said, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. This was the time in which he was getting ready to face his first great temptation to walk into the ministry and the work that God had prepared for him to do. Now he was back at this place. He was back at this place because he was on the last leg now. He was preparing to go to the cross. He was at the last leg, getting ready to complete the work that the Father had given him to do. He said, I am the resurrection and the life. Jesus reached the Bethany where Lazarus' household was 4 days 4 days after he had died. What's the significance of this 4 days? In Jewish tradition, the Jews believe that after the 3rd day you go and you check the body, because, you know, something will happen, X, Y, Z, the person may really be dead, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. But there was also a greater tradition where it was indicated that after the 3rd day, the spirit of a man, after having hovered around the body, hoping to go back into the body, at the 4th day, you know, decomposition has set in. So the spirit detaches itself completely from that body and goes. Now, whether that's true, whether that's doctrine or whatsoever, I come to establish that. What they come to establish is that Jesus moved beyond the expectation that the people may have had and raised Lazarus to life 4 days. Already think 4 days after he had already died. That's power. That's power. But that wasn't what Jesus was trying to say when Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. I want to point something out. After Jesus had fed the 5,000, Jesus said, I am the bread of life. Right? Before he raised Lazarus from the dead, he said, I am the resurrection of the life and the life. When he said, I am the bread of life, he wasn't talking natural. He was talking spiritual. When he said, I am the resurrection and the life, that's caused me to start to scratch my head. I said, resurrection, life. And they're the same thing. But just like the soul and the spirit, they're one and the same, but they also have different functions. Resurrection and life. Let's deal with resurrection. The resurrection, he said, I am the resurrection. What did he qualify and say? He said, he, although you were dead, right? He said, yet shall he live. And then he said, I am the life. He that liveth and believeth in me shall never die. So, what's the common enemy there? Death. He said, I am the resurrection. He said, what he's basically saying, he said, with the word resurrection in the Greek is to make you stand up again. After you're being bowed down, after you're being laid out, he said, I will make you to stand up straight again. Only Jesus has the power to make us in our spirit man stand up again. And it's that breath that he breathes into our spirit that gives us that life. And then he comes and he said, after I make you alive again, I am well able to sustain that life that I put inside of you. I am the resurrection and the life. Let's talk a little bit about death. Because death is the enemy in this whole scenario. Death has been a formidable foe to the kingdom of God and has had its grip on the apple of God's eye since the fall of the first Adam. It was the breath of God that made man, Adam, a living soul. Excuse me. When sin entered into the world through Adam's disobedience, death was on his coattail and held power over all of Adam's offspring, even those who had not sinned after the manner of Adam himself. Death reigned from Adam to Moses, as recorded in the book of Romans chapter 5. Death's grip and power was magnified by the entrance of the law. Since the law had no power whereby we could resist or overcome the advances of sin, sin and death became an unstoppable force. But wait, entering now is the last Adam. The first Adam was made a living soul, but the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. What's the We read from verse 21, for as the Father raises up the dead and quickens them, even so the Son quickens whom he will. For the Father judges no man, but he has committed all judgment to the Son, that all men should honor the Son even as they honor the Father, that he that honoreth not the Son honors not the Father which has sent him. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that hears my word and believes on him that hath sent me hath the everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death to life. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live as resurrection. And are given, for the as the Father has life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself. So the one thing that scripture establishes is that Jesus had the authority to give life. He had the authority to cast judgment, and he had authority to quicken the dead. Ye who were dead in trespasses and sins, and he made to be made joint heirs with Christ, to be seated with him in heavenly places. This is the magnitude of what he has come to do for us. The last word I want to look at in this passage is the word believe. Jesus asked, Mother, believest thou this? I call that belief the hook. Now, the hook is a sweet part of the song. You might know all the words of the song. When the sweet piece come, everybody barking at all. Yeah, that's a hook. So the hook in this whole passage is believe. Dost thou believe this? This word believe is the Greek word pisteo, which translates as faith. He's asking, paraphrasing now, are you willing to continually hang your faith on my word? If you are, I guarantee that you shall live, and the life that I shall give will remain in you. Remember the salvation declaration, so that faith cometh by and hearing by the word of God. Jesus said explicitly that the time was coming when those that were dead would hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live. A previous speaker said that a lot of us been around here for a little while. Have we really been hearing the word? Have we really been taking heed to what the man of God says from Sunday to Sunday in this pulpit? Do you really believe? Because if you really believe, you're supposed to be standing up your way. If you really believe, you're supposed to have the same life that Christ had in him inside you. And what that life does is that life transforms you. It transforms you into the image of the same one who gave you that life. If you are not being transformed into the image of Christ, it's time for us to check the life that is within us. Time for us to check, take an introspection, and see, he ain't come to do all of this on slack, you know. And like John, most of these I am sayings come from the book of John. All, because Revelation was written by John. All of these I am sayings come from the book of John. And basically, what he said, and I think John chapter 20 and verse 21, he said, many things, other things Jesus did, but I write these couple of things so that you can believe. And in believing on his name, you find eternal life. That's the whole essence for which he came. The resurrection is the foundation of our faith. The resurrection, Paul say, if there is no resurrection, we are dead. We are lost in our sins. We are most men, most spirits miserable. I am the resurrection and the life. That's what Jesus said. That's what I stand on. And I want you to stand on it too.
I believe that particular passage is quoted so every day, after, I am the resurrection. Amen. You got sometimes as much as 20 funerals, perhaps on a Saturday.